like I say, I have no idea why anyone would ever have believed Churchill or, well, I mean, the person that people think is Churchill or like Nixon or JFK or any of the fake presidents. I don't know why anyone would ever have trusted them or or listened to them or done anything that they wanted to do. I mean, I have no idea why anyone followed those people. The Queen was a good leader, though. Like I said, the Queen actually was a very good leader and very admirable. And also, Russia had some really good leadership too. Before the government took over, like a couple of years ago, Russia was Stalin or whoever. Before Stalin, like they had really good leadership. Like I said, leadership in Russia was actually down in Israel, believe it or not. Like most people don't really realize that, but the leadership in Russia was actually down in Israel on an army base, being protected, and that's why they were being attacked too. I knew that though, and like the leaders of Russia were down there. There were some other people in Russia, but they were making a mess, and that's one of the reasons why he left because they were trying to kill him. So anyway, a lot of people just thought that they just kill the leader of a country and then didn't just take over, and it's like, well, you still got to run the country. Just because you drive the nice car and stay in the nice houses, and I don't understand why people do that. I mean, they just they choose these people, and it's like they don't have any leadership skills or any leadership ability. They're not even really leaders. They're just people that you saw the face of on TV and pretty much decided to trust them with your life and your livelihood and your money and or whatever. And you don't even know who they are. Like I say, I mean, people think that judges are so honest, and it's like you don't know these judges. You never met these judges. These judges might not have even gone to accredited school. And that school may not even be all that credited. Maybe you paid $50,000 to get a law degree or whatever. I mean, nobody knows. Like, I mean, and yet people just like go like, oh, it's like, you just put your lives in these people's hands and just expect it to be okay. Like, I mean, you might believe it or not. Like I say, putting your life in the hands of the street guy at the end of the street that sells drugs is probably safer than putting your life in the hands of the leaders. I mean, except for maybe Putin. Like I say, he's been through it and he's a good guy. But I mean, especially the White House and everything like that. Like, oh wow, like nobody knows these people from anything, and only what they hear on TV, and yet they still follow them. Like they don't know who these people are. They don't know what these people have done. You don't know what these people have done in other countries. Just like a band, like you don't know, like a lot of those bands, like some bands, they had just left like a place where like 30 people died, and then they're in another country, and it's like then 5 people die, and it's like, well, gee, I wonder what's going on there, and it's like, I mean, these people are like, these women are like, oh, I love you, I want to be with you, and like, oh, you're so awesome, wonderful. And it's like, well, yeah, I guess you don't know about the 5 girls that died in the hotel they were staying at. I mean, generally that doesn't happen with a lot of the people these days. I mean, except for maybe like Eddie Murphy or some of the other people, like they're leaving like some of these people they were leaving a trail of bodies behind. There'd be a dead girl inside the hotel room all the time. Like there's a couple bands like that where there's usually a dead girl there. It's like, well, fuck. I mean, and I mean, but nobody really, but they still show up at the shows and it's like, I love you, you're wonderful, and it's like just because they hear their voices on the radio, they automatically trust these people, and it's like this could be, I mean, he could be a rapist, he could be a killer, he could be like, yeah, the girls, yeah, I just, he might get off on killing people because he enjoys it or because he can get away with it. I mean, some of those people out there, like I say civilization back in the old days was really, really bad. Like I had to pay a lot of money to actually, pay people to actually go through and keep an eye out for people, doing whatever they wanted. Because technology wasn't going to be there, so I had to have people there. And I did, and for the most part, it was kind of okay, I guess. But I mean, people think the world has changed, and think, no, no, it really hasn't changed that much. There's more technology and things are better, but I mean, you know, there's 17 million people, 17 billion people, and the truth is, over 3 or 5 million of those people, you have no idea who they are or what they're doing, and they look like everybody else. And this was more evident back in the past and during the war, but I mean, and I worked like crazy. We all worked like crazy to clean it all up. I mean, like I say, that there's that black leader. He didn't care about the people. He sacrificed 2 million black people trying to take down Germany. 2 million, about. That's the total number of black and pure white or whatever people he sacrificed trying to take down Germany. Like it was over like 50, 100 years. He finally did do it, but I mean, we took out a lot of black people, and like he didn't care. He just wanted to get inside the city to get a car and have sex with some girls and do some drugs. Like to him, it was just an obstacle. So all those black people, they died for nothing, absolutely nothing. And like I don't know if they knew that or not. That this guy was just, and like 5 or 10 years later, we had it back. So nobody died for any real reason. They just died. And like I say, he just drove in, drove through, and then drove out, and he wasn't there, and basically, he never cared. He just got all these people to die for him, and no reason. You know, they just willingly just did a mass attack, and basically, I mean, he knew like like the first 140,000 people that attacked, Spain died right there. A couple hundred by shark, a couple hundred by the shellings. Like there's bodies stacked everywhere back in the day. Like, it was death, 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 death. We went through a lot of bullets, and we weren't shooting blanks, and we weren't shooting at nothing. Those were people we were killing. So, because they were gonna stab and kill my people, so they had to. I mean, it's pretty simple. But but the black guy, he didn't care. He was just like, "You extra, go attack." And they were just like, they just ran off to go attack, and attack hardened defenses with cannon secondary defenses. Like I said, we had cannons that could hit anywhere along that front wall, or secondary back from the front wall already in place. Like my people were just waiting until they could fall back. When they fell back far enough, they just opened up with the cannons. So anyone that was coming this way, and the cannons could just work up the line. So they all just died. I mean, 140,000 people, 120,000 people is a lot. Like we were only expecting like maybe 3,000, we thought, but and they couldn't all get across, of course, but still, like we ran out of bullets. We had a lot of bullets, so anyway, because we were expecting the attack, we've been expecting an attack for weeks. So I mean, now those people are dead, and why? No reason. Some guy just wanted to drive a car inside of Germany and say he had conquered Germany. So he had a bunch of black people attack Germany. That's what conquerors do, I guess. So all those people died, and he got to drive through Germany, and that was it. He spent 25 years or so doing it. 2 million black people dead. So, people trusted him. I don't know what he told them to get them to cross or whatever, but anyway, hardened defenses, it's never a good idea to go up against hardened defenses. just gonna die, and they were just gonna die. But I don't know. Like I would really like to know what exactly they were thinking, because I don't get it. Cars, money, nice place to live.